Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus, Negus.
I'm saying, so holla at me. Like I said, don't get it twisted because I don't got the interview voice. I'll run laps around you.
And clearly ain't got no filter. And and the bishop, he working on it, but God ain't finished with me yet either. So welcome to the church.
Welcome to the church. Not everyone needs to believe in your dreams, but you do.
We want to encourage you, if you got a dream or an idea, bet on yourself. This is almost like free consulting. Hit that Cash App because we giving y'all a free game away.
Oh, you won't learn to laugh today. You getting that medicine with that candy right now.
That's our show, y'all.
Yeah,
it's about love.
If they ain't about truth, you might have to check them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them. If they boys in blue, then you might have to read them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them.
Yo, what's going on? Look at that smooth transition, brother. I think we it jumped too early before we didn't get the intro in. But what's going on, people, on this good Saturday morning? I hope y'all all doing well. Welcome to the P.I.M.P.I.N.G show. That's Negus. We are back for another episode. This episode is called Lesson Learned. This is episode 86. We got that countdown to the 100th episode, man. And please, well, I'm one of the hosts, DeTravius Bethea, aka Bishop Bethea. Who I got with me, brother?
You got the good Hustle Hotel Bingham. And we just happy to be here. The good Bishop Hustle Hotel.
Oh yeah, you Bishop Hustle. Also be Deacon DeTravius Bethea. I'm wilding out right now. The good baby.
You added a countdown though. It's what is it? Slow motion is better than no motion.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's 100% fact.
We moving slow, but we making it. And other than the transition from the countdown, I was finna brag on you and gas your head. Pause. I was about to be like, "Oh, y'all see that brother got a countdown," but the transition wasn't smooth.
And yeah, I didn't expect for it to go straight into the video, into the live. I thought it was gonna give me a chance to play the video, but we
lesson learned.
Lesson learned, man. What's going on, brother? How you feeling? Oh, tell the folks what this show is about, man.
It's about positively influencing my people in negotiating growth. And basically, you watching me and the good deacon. You got Bishop there. That's throwing me off. You supposed to be the deacon. This brother that gave himself a promotion. You start producing, and he just went on and said, "I'm taking over the church." He don't even have his Cash App up. He's like, "I don't want y'all money. I'm gonna make that little." It's about grace and mercy, man. Just we talking about being fathers, husbands, classmates, family members, sons, just trying to be the best that we could be. And love is the goal, man. I think we started off as Skip and Shannon, and now we Stephen A and Shannon.
Stephen A and Shannon. Yo, Stephen A, I'm starting to like. I never was a fan of Stephen A. I'm starting to get into him with his through his podcast. I like what he's doing with his podcast. I want to say like him as a sports guy, but yeah, I like the podcast though. But what's going on? This thing called Lesson Learned. So let's get into it, man. What lessons have you learned through working together? The 86. This is the 86th episode, allegedly 86-ish. What are some good, the bad, the ugly? What you want to start with? The ugly.
Some lessons learned is I love my brother.
Oh, that's what's up. Yo, you're going to have to make me cry. Yo, go ahead, man.
Shut up. Man up, boy. We got toxic masculinity from our generation. I love you, man. I don't see myself dedicating this much time to anybody besides family. You and I both know, and the audience to some extent, how much work it takes and dedication to do this show, because we juggling events for the family, and you got to move times, and sometimes your wife be mad at you, your kids be mad at you. Why you got to do the stupid show? Like, you ain't. I committed to something, and speaking of committed, we committed to 100 episodes. One lesson learned is the good deacon ain't good at math. Just don't be mathing.
Don't do math. Like 2 + 2 equals what? Start counting on your fingers. 1, 2,
And I think my challenge to you, I think I issued this challenge before. This ain't bad. Iron sharpens iron. We've talked about this before. That's why we're doing the show, because you wildly popular on these Facebook streets.
Not really, but go ahead. Yeah.
What you used to. I ain't gonna take away from you. I'm gonna give you your roses. You popular. The people, you provocative. They like commenting on your stuff. Jesse, we were supposed to catalog the titles and the number of the episodes so we could put it on YouTube. My mother sent me, and we're gonna get into it, the Dion interview, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, this sound like you be saying it." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but people don't hear it unless they run across me in real life, or if it's on the show with my good brother DeTravius." Then I about it, man. We got all kind of gems, and we ain't did what we supposed to do. We could put the audio files. This could be a podcast. We were supposed to put it on YouTube, and I know we get busy, but I'm a challenge you, because you're a better man than me. And I think you good at math, because you'll run laps around them. This probably episode 94, 95. And I ain't gonna go nowhere. I love you, brother. Let's organize what we got and reassess. And that's my lessons learned. I love you, though. I know this takes commitment. This like marriage. We talked about that. Yeah.
This is it's been a journey, just knowing how, because when you have your own business or whatever, and it's just you we talked about this early on, because we was having issues with where we going, how we doing it, the intro and all that type of stuff. But I think it's like it shows you like collaboration, right? Because we talked about this prior on one of the early shows. Like, it's like a marriage. Like, it's like sometimes,
brother, I got distracted. Them earrings blinging.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Let me finish my joint, man. So I learned that I gotta have communication, and I think the way me and you we work well, because our egos, we do have big egos. We can't get past that. We want to be who we are if we didn't have big egos, Paul. If we didn't have big egos, but it's like we gotta trust each other enough, whether I'm gonna step back and you want to run with that, or you saying vice versa. Vice versa to me is that we both had the same goal, because I'm like, yo, you can you can lead, I can lead, it doesn't matter, because the thing I always said to you, I don't know if you realize it, like, I just want the joint to be a hit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't care who's gonna be the star. I don't care who be like, yo, let's do what's best for the show. I learned that. And also, like, just to add on what you're saying, I learned we gotta be more organized. Well, I gotta be more organized with even if whatever we're gonna do in life, period, like, have them goals laid out, because we got them laid out. But the more important thing, we gotta execute them, because we talked about it episode 15, maybe even earlier. Like, this is what we're gonna do, and I haven't executed. We haven't executed as a team, but we have it. So it's all about, we can make the plans, but more importantly, we got to execute on them plans, man. And that's just with everything, for real.
Yeah, anybody could have a bright idea, but it takes execution. And we sitting on, I get on my nephew, because he's a rapper, and he's sitting on some hot stuff at Paul's. And I'd be like, bruh, man, you gotta get organized, put your tracks and put the CD. I know the people and yada yada yada. Sometimes he just want to do it the hard way. Pause again. And I think you and I, we've known what we need to do. I think we need help. I've been looking to you. I look at myself as well. I'm just bringing a talking head. This brother had a podcast long before me. This was his. I just wanted to come and walk alongside my brother and try to be some type of encouragement. And you and I talked about that. So I'm like, man, I'm looking to DeTravius. This is the DeTravius show. I used to be the Pimp. And we used to joke about Gladys Knight and the Pips. And as you said, we've both learned to kind of humble our ego and collaborate and work together. I'm the Pip today. I'm back to being the Pip. You Gladys Knight. You got sound. I ain't got no sound on my side.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's get through the show. What's up, Joe D? You supposed to come on a live with us. Remember, he said he was gonna get a haircut. You want to hop on today? You got commentary? Let us know. We can send you a link.
Come on, Jesse, join us.
Yeah. So what we got today? What you want to start with, man? We got a full lineup.
I got us. We talked about this earlier. We got to be on time today because we competing with a major pool, and that's Coach P.I.M.P.I.N.G. This is a great article. I'm gonna put it in the chat for the people to see. It basically, some of Deion Sanders' audacious blackness makes him the hero African Americans want right now, and it talks about how Deion ain't code switching, and because he's not code switching, Black America is loving it. You either gonna like Prime or you gonna hate him and root for him to fail, but he's going to be who he is. He was that way at Jackson State, and now he's on the big stage proving everybody wrong. I think we talked last week about the guy who was hating on him with the glasses. Did you see the game?
Nah, man, I fell asleep, man. I'm old, man.
Well, that's good. You getting your 8 hours. The rest of us was hurting in church Sunday morning or at brunch or wherever, because it was a double overtime game. They won.
Yeah.
But it was close, and it made them look like they was human. And then they lost their best receiver and like their best DB, Travis Hunter, because it was a dirty play. I mean, the ball had bounced and everything, and the safety from Colorado State.
Oh, let's talk about Deion though. Before we get into the game, let's talk about the audacious blackness. Wilmot Badio, good looking out, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh yeah, the earrings blinking. Yeah, I told him the earring. This is about Deion though, because now what we competing with, they playing Oregon today, and he's without his best wide receiver. The wide receiver and DB that had went out, the guy that primed and said is his other son, because he could play both ways like Prime. He's out. So to some extent, Deion them got an excuse if they lose to a top team and they lost their top talent. We all come in the comments and talk to us, tell us what y'all think about that. But I know I'm gonna be watching. What you say is 3 or 3:30?
3:30 for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm on record with this, saying that I'm a fan of Deion now. So remember I said I'm a fan of. I mean, I always liked him. Well, it must be the money when he was on his hammer joint. And you know what I'm saying? He always had that personality. He's one of the few players that I could think of off the top of my head that personality was bigger than football in real time. Like it's not a lot of personalities that are bigger than the sport of football in real time. Maybe they become bigger, after they retire or something, but he always had the big personalities playing two sports. He had the Nike campaign. He had the rap career. Must be the money when he was dancing all crazy. But anyway, I think the audacious blackness, man, is all about I think we in a time and place. And I think a lot of people, black people specifically, I'm just going to stick with black people after Trump was voted. Like, yo, if y'all voted for this dude, I know this, I've been abandoning this, but I was like, if y'all voted for this dude, anything is possible. Like, y'all just, he don't speak quote unquote proper English. He don't, this Joker got baby mamas, been divorced. I don't know if he got a baby mama. I think everybody got a kid where he was married to, we've been divorced. He not really a Republican, and he's whistleblowing the whole time. So if you can vote him into office, y'all been lying us about this you know, to have the proper interview voice. Remember, we had that conversation at Howard Law School. Remember that? When all the men got together, how to shake hands, wearing the right tie. Like, in certain ways, you got to learn and play the game. But at the end of the day, yo, they gonna do what they want to do anyway. A lot of it is just smoke and mirrors, man. Like, if they got a strong enough emotional attachment to somebody or movement, they can make it happen because they making Trump happen.
I was trying to follow you. You kind of went. You was on Dion, and you kind of put a good old deacon on
Brandon,
me.
what's up, man? Yeah,
I think it's Dion knows, and he's gonna say it because we got this interview. Dion clearly knows who he is and whose he is, and he's not trying to change for people. He's been through some stuff where people will love you and will hate you, and I think you saw that they compared him to Muhammad Ali. I think you saw that with Muhammad Ali as well. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I know it's some people that want me to turn down my light, but I'm not going to turn down my light. So if my confidence makes you insecure, what that got to do with me? And I think Dion is just walking, he living in his purpose. Look, that's a good pitch. You want to share your screen? You done queued it up.
Yeah. Oh, let me shout out to Brandon. Brandon, you want to hop on the live, bro?
Yeah,
Brandon's a good person. Yeah, he's a very good person. He does this thing for real, this social media thing for real. Matter of fact, might need to get him to help us out on some things. All right, I got it.
You got to talk to him. Yeah, Travis Hunter being out is major.
Yeah,
all right, listen at this, brother. Yeah.
Right now, are you living in your purpose?
Oh, I'm Dougie in my purpose. Living. I'm doing nay-naying, dugging, prepping, moonwalking. I'm doing a cabbage patch, whatever the dances they have now. But I'm doing all that because not only can, in the midst of a crowd, in the midst of noise, I can hear God's voice. I can hear his whisper. So I know his voice, but not only that, I'm a father simultaneously. How can I get upset with anything that's transpiring when I'm not only coaching, but I'm fathering, and not just mine? I'm fathering a multitude of kids that I adore, this ain't work to me. This is a calling to me. This is a beautiful journey to me. This is what I dreamt of. This is what I told the Lord I wanted, and he gave it to me. The reason he gave it to me, because he trusts me. He trusts that when you allow me to do my thing and to walk in my anointing with all the thoughts and the visuals and the expertise and the knowledge and the wisdom that you gave me, you know, before they write the story, I'm going to give you the glory. Oh, that was good.
That was very good.
Sam, come here real quick, Sam.
You can cut it off right there, brother. Hey, that's it right there. They don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that. You heard what he said. Before y'all even write the story, I know you want me to big up myself and make it all about me. I'm going to give God the glory. Hey, it's some people that really, really, really do not like that. And I love it. I think that's what Black America, that's part of what we love. And I think it comes from knowing who you are and whose you are. And look, our gem for the day, one of them, because we be dropping plenty if you listen, follow us, is, man, always remember who you are and whose you are. And sometimes the world and circumstances and the way people treat you will make you forget, and you question your value, but never question who you are. You got to know it first, though, before it will be projected to anybody else. Because if you don't define who you are, somebody else gonna define it for you.
Yeah, and let me see if I can wrap it up, because you said I went all over the place before. Let me see if I can connect it better, because I got to work. That signals I didn't communicate the point well. The point was because I think, well, I don't think, I know that Black people and other people that are trying to assimilate, they take on whiteness, right? And when I was saying about Trump, like a lot of that stuff, like you hear people like, yo, you got change your name. We know people that we went to law school with that had a name that everybody known them by, but when they start getting in that job market, they had a different name. They ain't gonna say no names. And the point being is like, yo, if they can if they can hire and put Trump into position, right, in the highest position in the nation, allegedly, right, then why aren't we? That shows you that what they telling us, you got to speak proper English. Yeah, stop. That shows you that that you don't have to necessarily speak proper English. You got to be professional. You don't necessarily got to have the biblical name, right? You can have Charlie, you can be DeTravius, and you just be your authentic. You don't necessarily have to have a interview voice, right? Just be your authentic self. And that's where I was coming with. If they could put Trump should signal to you that the people could do whatever they want to do if they weren't really wanted to do it. Okay. And they're gonna find a reason to do it. So it's like, yo, you don't necessarily have to embrace quote unquote whiteness to necessarily make it. And I think the way Dion is showing you, he being himself. He ain't on there talking like no shot the homie. But what's the dude that used to do? I think he was on NBC. Brian Gumble. He don't sound like Brian Gumble. He sound like a regular dude. And not saying that Brian Gumble is putting on, because I never heard him outside of that. But he don't sound like Brian Gumble. He sound like a regular. Most black dudes that we know. You know what I mean? He sound like them, and he sound like them on television. And you don't see that pretty often. And they give Skip some credit. I mean, not Skip, Shannon some credit. I think Shannon was the first one that was like, yo, this is
who I am.
Yeah. When it came to like, at least in that world, I don't know who was doing it as a newscaster, but in the sports world, I think I gotta give that credit to Shannon, bro. Yo, Shannon was Shannon. And you go back and look at the old stuff he did when he was on commentating football. Yeah, he wasn't Shannon.
Yeah. Shannon was Shannon, and props to the dude from ESPN who used to slip in the cultural sayings. I forget his name. I think he died of cancer.
I got his book on my
I see it. I'm seeing his face. Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott. Yes, we gotta get Stuart Scott, but between Stuart Scott and Shannon,
Shannon was all the way.
Shannon was all the way in. Shannon all the way in.
When you come with a Black and Mild and some Hennessy, unless you coon him, it was like, oh, this dude for real.
Yo, he used to have the do-rag on too. The do-rag. He used to bring the he used to talk about weed, all that.
Yeah. I think it's something to be said. And I'm hoping we ain't making no new points, but still, you know, the pressure when you coming from poverty or you trying to fit in, some of our people may still be under that. It's best to be your authentic self. You're gonna have haters either way it go, people who don't like you or don't accept you for who you are. But and I went through this at the law firm. I tell people I look to my right, I got every Jose Banks shirt that they made because I was trying to fit in and trying to do what I needed to do. And that's pressure and stress. It's so much easier to just be yourself and deal with the consequences, but fear of people not accepting us, or fear if I don't code switch, I may not get this opportunity. That kind of leads us. And we talked about in real life, every decision comes down to two choices: either faith that the best gonna happen out of this situation or this choice, or fear of the worst gonna happen, and that's gonna make you move accordingly. So our growth moment is move in faith. Things, it ain't gonna be easy. Life ain't easy like that, but you can't sit around in fear.
Will my Bethea said God gives the hardest battle to his strongest soldiers.
Look at Joe. No, Joe, not at law school. Heck no. I meant the law firm. I went at law school. I was a Bama.
Nah, in the law school, I'll give you credit. When we went to that, I always tell, I don't tell the story, mad stories on this time. That time we went to our first law firm recruiting event. Just for those that don't know, law school, when you go to law school, they have all these recruiting events. I guess it depends on the law school, because I'm assuming not every law school has as many recruiting events as we have. Most of them probably don't. But so just to set the stage, everybody, we just met each other. Everybody just met each other.
He loved this story. Go ahead.
Everybody just met each other, right? We in like a week into school, maybe 2 weeks. We don't even know everybody's first name in the school yet. So this guy, Charlie, we all in the same section. He was sitting in the front row. He was what they call a gunner. He was raising his hand for everything. He was sitting. He was smart though. I should have been sitting right next to him, gunning too. He was smart. I was trying to be cool. I was in the back, like this, yeah. Because before law school, I never studied for anything, probably 2 classes ever. And I'm like, yeah, I got this right up here, right up here. Wrong, wrong. That's where you messed up. Law school is a totally different animal. This guy sitting in the front. So I'm like, yo, he cool, you know what I mean? My waves was crazy back then. I don't forgot what he had. I think he had a little bit of waves. He was trying to compete, but he couldn't compete back then. So I'm like, yo, this dude is all right. He cool. We talk to each other. We go to the law firm event. He one of the few people that I was even talking to in our section like that at that point too. So we going to the they tell us to put the suit on. One of our classmates came in with looked like he just took his suit. It was nice. That was nice and pressed. It looked like he just took the suit and was like, he looked at it, was nice and pressed. He was like, nah, balled everything up, threw it in the corner, stepped on it a couple times, put it back on. It was like, yeah, now it's just right. So we go all there, we're in the bus, everything. We go to the meeting, everybody got their interview voice on, they code switching all that for these people. Yo, the good Charlie Bingham was like, he ate all the chicken, all of it was all in front of him. Got sauce on his face, hot sauce on his forehead. Like, yo, bro, how you get hot sauce on your forehead? I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? He was like, he took the lady to the side. He was like, yeah, I need more. He was like, she was like, we need more chicken. She was like, for the table. He was like, nah, I need more chicken. So he brought the chicken, more chicken. So when we leaving, he was like, remember me. I'm Charlie Bingham. If you don't remember anything else, I'm the chicken man. I was like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, you think you got these folks thinking that all black people like chicken? Yo, you cool? And he was like, nah, man, I'm just being myself. He's like, yo, that chicken was good. I just told her to remember me. If she don't remember anything, remember I'm the chicken man. I said, yo, that's Joe ain't gonna forget you. You say you the chicken man for real.
Yeah, no, you love that story.
Yeah.
I'm glad it made such an impression on you. But yeah, man, being your authentic self, because people could tell when you're being fake. And I know the pressures, and you know them too, that people can have, especially when you're coming from poverty and you trying to move up in life and in a different tax bracket, and you moving around people and things that you don't know, you wasn't necessarily taught. I think it's something to be said for being yourself. I've learned that now in corporate.
Yeah, I remember. Never mind, I ain't gonna put him on blast like that. I put him on blast.
You done already put one on. What you say? It looked like he stomped it. Like, oh, it's fresh.
Yeah, like
no, that ain't my style.
This ain't my style, yo.
Yeah, that Jesse did come in there and wrinkle his head though. Like that was a statement. If that was the style, that was a statement. All right, let's focus.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next clip. The next clip. You ready for the next clip? Hold up.
Oh yeah. The next clip. Yeah. Dion just dropped a lot of gold. Y'all, we had a conversation about not giving y'all all of the candy and getting away from the medicine. But Dion,
messed up. Hold up, I messed up a little bit. Let me rewind it back. Let me do it back.
I at one point asked Jason Tatum this question. I loved his answer, so I'm going to ask you the same thing. What do you want your children to know about the way that you love them?
That it's agape love. It's a love not based on reciprocation. I love them regardless. They don't have to do nothing for me. Pat me on the back, kiss me on the jaw, return the sentiment. They know I love them because love is action to me. Love is just not language. Love is action. And I've tried to show them throughout their lives action. So Shador has never, until I went down and having surgery, Shador never played a game without me. There. Shiloh only played without me when he went to South Carolina. But I've coached in football, baseball, basketball all the way through, all the way up. Taking him to school in the morning. So.
All right, I don't want to get what's the name. I don't want to get strike.
Who cutting onions in here, bro?
I don't want to. So it's crazy because when he was talking about that, I was thinking about my mom, and like my mom used to work 2 and 3 jobs. I didn't always live with her. I didn't know my dad, but not to put more onions in the mix. But she like when I started playing football, I think even though she had to work, she's working all the time. She always came to my football games. Yeah, always. She ain't coached me, but she always was in the stand coaching. And she had gave me a good lesson one time because I was small. I was like the first year I played Pop Warner, I was 95 pounds on the midgets, and I barely played. And I like after the first game, I was mad, like tears in my eyes and everything. Like, yo, he put me in for the minimum because they got to put you in for a minimum amount of plays. Mother was like, yo, she was like, I was like, I quit. She's like, no, you're not quitting. This is the team sport. If you gotta do what's best in the team, you ain't gonna if you don't want to be part of the team. She's like, first of all, in her head probably now she probably was like, nah, I done spent too much money for you to quit. I done spent too much money on your equipment for you to quit. Now I think about it, that probably really was the real motivation. She's like, nah, you're not quitting. This is a team sport. It ain't all about you. And I was like, damn, mom was right. I was like 13 years old at the time. I was like, yo, she right. It ain't all about you sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but mom shows she love you in the midst of trying to juggle. And that's what we do with this podcast as fathers. Your daughter may have something you gotta go to, a recital or something. My daughter or Trey got something, and we have to try to fit it in. And those of us who may not have had the best fathers, I feel like that hit differently because we going over and beyond to try to be the best. Like I know, and later in the interview, she asked him what he want to be remembered for, and he says a great father, and really not much hesitation there. And me, you may know because we may have talked about it on this podcast, but whatever my kids is into, I'm trying to get into so I could be there. We've played Hot Wheels and taken a Saturday when I would have much rather been doing something else and built the track all the way around the loft and race it. And, you know, that quality time learning Pokemon and watching Pokemon episodes.
Yeah,
It's like, whatever my kids are into, I want to be there because they gonna know and remember, hey, my dad spent quality time. He was with Beyblades, all the crazy stuff they had.
Beyblades, y'all remember that? Beyblades,
yeah. Like I know daddy be right there pulling the strings. We finna have a battle, we gonna hype it up, and that could be a great Saturday afternoon because you know my dad taught me how to play dominoes or bones as we call them. I learned from him not to drink beer because he had a cup and I tasted it when I was young and that was the nastiest thing ever. And I tell people that's about it. Like I learned some lessons just from watching and how you treat my mom or how you treat yourself and all of that, how you move. But I want my kids to be able to say, oh, my dad taught me a whole bunch of lessons. Matter of fact, there's a book with a bunch of lessons that my dad, like you never be able to say your dad wasn't a great father.
Yeah. Now you wrote the book that I wanted to write. I probably still gonna write it. It's enough books out. It's enough money out here for everybody. It was just like the lessons I would want to leave at the time, the motivation to my son. And I think that's what motivated you. I said, yo, can you write something to my son? We talked about it. Give him words of encouragement because sometimes you need to hear from somebody that's not your parent too. Because you know, we all it's like that contention between the kids and the parent when we rebel in our own little way. We don't want to listen to what our parents got to say, but it's like, you know, sometimes you need to hear from somebody else. But yeah, I think well, he's on point, you're on right. Like it's I guess in this world where we start chasing things, right? Because we're really chasing things. Once you can pay for food, clothing, shelter, and I'm not even saying like the best food, clothing, and shelter, but once you can cover those expenses and transportation, you need transportation nowadays. Unless you live in like New York City, you still need money for transportation. Once you can cover all that, everything else is just really things, man. For real. Like, and it's like, yeah, like things. And I think a lot of times as parents, when we trying to give our kids, especially from a certain economic environment, when we trying to give our kids what we didn't have, we don't necessarily give them what we did have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we forget the little things like, all right, we give them what we didn't have, but the most of the things that we didn't have that we basing and we giving them are material things. It's really like a lot of it just time. And like, I know somebody gonna hit that some people different, like, nah, I gotta pay. Like, nah, like at the end of the day, your kids gonna remember the time more than the things you give them. I don't know anybody with kids. They know like early on them jokers. You be buying all them joker stuff for Christmas. They be playing with one toy, bro. If that.
My kids don't even like open half their toys. They just go and stack it in the closet because it's too much. And I be telling my family, stop. They got everything. You wasting your money. They don't need that stuff. Like, but I ain't the one to buy no Christmas presents. My kids know, they call me the Grinch. Like, you're not getting me caught up in this economic holiday to make y'all pockets fat. Like, I know this ain't got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Like, me and my kids, like, they you'll mess around and get a sermon from me. They know they dad. Like, yeah, we not getting caught up in that.
Yo, that's mad funny. You rap this joker be rapping sermons up. You be framing sermons and put them in gift wraps.
Like, look, you gonna get a sermon from me. Like, yeah, that's what you'll get. Like, yeah, they know.
All right. So what else we got? What's the next topic? What else you got? Let's go to Lizzo, man.
Yeah. I got you. I got Lizzo. We finna pull Lizzo up for you, Mr. Producer.
All right, you gonna put it on the screen?
Yes, sir. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, so for everybody was telling me we need more information. We don't know what's going on. Remember, I told people, I think it's on the record, on the video and in writing, there's gonna be other lawsuits coming. Everybody was like, yo, you fat shaming. And I said, yo, bro, like, she's the one that's fat shaming. And y'all don't want to hold her feet to the fire. Y'all do not keep the same energy. But I told y'all, but make a long story short, or to summarize this topic, and I'll get your commentary on it. Lizzo wardrobe stylist sues, basically saying she was fat shaming. And she was creating a highly sexualized workplace environment. And she's suing now. So it's like, yo, man, how much more y'all need? How much more do y'all need, bro?
I got a question. Is this Lizzo here?
Nah, that's a stylist. I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was about to say it's still some hope for her.
No, I think that's Lizzo right there. I think that's Lizzo.
Oh, okay. Let's go back. Let's go else now. Oh, okay. It's some hope for the stylist. That's sad. That'll be my commentary. But and I mentioned it on here, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We got, and slavery did a number on that.
Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna even say that because I don't want to. All F people ain't the real F people.
Listen,
PH.
I got it. Don't get fired.
Don't get fired, yo. They gonna say I'm F shaming, yo.
Slavery did a number on us, bro. It's gonna take maybe I give it at least 3 more generations before we fully come out of this and just can live. If you ever been around white people and spent some time and actually talk to them, and somebody that's honest, they don't have the same concerns and cares that we have. It's just like a white child coming up can be let loose in the grocery store, airport, whatever. They can run free. Black child got to stick by their parents. Like, there's some trauma that has been passed on, and the division that we hold and the fear of one another. Partially blame it on rap, partially blame it on the media or whatever. But I just pray that we all will increase our discernment and know when it's those of us that we around that don't really rock with us. Like, we like to wrap it up in terms like bougie or sadiddy, but really it's a lot of self-hating black folks out here.
So how does this all relate to Lizzo?
Because look at the title. Lizzo, look, she fat.
Oh, I got you.
Well, don't get me fired. But
it
says she thinks all black women are dumb, useless, and fat. Somebody done told her that. That's how she feels about herself. There's no reason for you to think black women are like that. And this ain't like, this your stylist.
Yeah, what up, Naeem? Naeem checking. Naeem always showing the check. He's dedicated, man. We gotta get him on the show before we get to the 100. Yeah, man. So all people in your weight class ain't for your weight class.
They trying to get out of your weight class and stand down.
And I think I had went on this before. Yeah, I got always follow that money. Like she claiming she happy at her size, but on the back end she's selling y'all things for big girls, and part of it is like the science is out there. I think science is never unanimous, but most of the research goes to show that a lot of these diseases are directly correlated to your weight being, what I'm saying?
I heard unanimous, and it just took me back to the flashback. What was it I said last week? I said something official.
You try to say aficionado. Now you got me messing up. Aficionado. That's what you try to say. Aficionado. You said something like official something. I don't know. It was funny though. Yeah, I gotta go back and watch that.
I think you just made one of them, but I ain't sure, so I'm letting it slide. But it's just think about.
All right, what we got next? Oh, what you want? How you want to do it? What you got next? We got 19
tacos. Naeem was there. Yes. Okay, we're gonna move. We're gonna pick up. This goes right along with it. This sound like you. That's your boy. He from Jersey.
Yeah.
That's how y'all get down. Y'all go both ways.
Hip hop is dark. Yeah, I mean Joe Budden is well, I've been saying this for years now. One of my sayings is that we are not gonna make it. And when I say we, I ain't talking about black people, I'm talking about human beings. But I also used to post this hashtag. It was sort of a joke, but it was a double entendre. And I used to say blame rap.
What?
Double entendre. And I just say blame rap. Hashtag blame rap. And I think it's been in a dark place for a long time. I think when you hear the older generation that grew up in the 90s, right, that came of age in the 90s, we think that era was better. I don't know if it was better lyrically wise. I just think it was more gatekeeper. So we didn't hear everybody making a rap song, right? Mm-hmm. So there's way more rap music out there. But the stuff that was charting crazy for the most part was stuff that was just based on our ignorance, self-destruction, this hyper consumerism. We just go back and listen. And I was there. I loved it too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was, and you think when you go back and listen to it, the first time it hit me, that it was crazy. Like the lyrics were super duper crazy. I was in my car with my son. He was an infant. He was like 5-6 months years old, and I was playing Money, Power, Respect. And then DMX episode came on. He was like, "You think I'm playing? So you laying somewhere at junkyard Decaying, mom's at home praying, coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk starting to rock." And I was like, "Yo,
that's harsh.
That's yo. He could be talking about my son, yo." He said, "Mom's at home praying, coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk starting to rock." He talking about somebody's kid, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then, one of my favorite Jay-Z lines said, "I put your crew on hard bottoms. Your peeps is like God's got him. He never did nothing nobody, but them boys shot him." Like, come on, man. Yo, we got some wild. We ain't gonna even get into like.
Yeah, I got a question then, because this hip hop just seemed different, and it seems like it's being led by the women. What would be the equivalent of Pound Town from the 90s?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you don't. Oh, this ratchet chick. Oh, don't get fired, Charlie. They call her Sexy Red. Like,
I heard the name. I don't know who she is, but
her name. Point, anybody could make some music nowadays. She looked like the girl that just used to sit on the steps, on the stoop, and push the stroller around the neighborhood back in the day with her fast little friends. But she got a song called Pound Town, and it's just like it go crazy when they play it. Grown women, grown professional women, and you listen to the words, and it's like, did we have something equivalent to this? I know 666 Mafia used to have some.
Yo, Little Kim joint was, "I used to be scared of it. Now I put lips to the hadn't been like a real."
Well, maybe that's
exactly. Yeah,
thank you, Naeem. Because I'm as a father of a daughter, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Little Kim, when she came out, she changed the whole soundscape of female rappers until that point, because they was trying to be, most of them was trying to be tomboys, you know what I mean? That had made it.
Yeah.
And then she brought out the sexual. She was hypersexualized. Her album was called Hardcore, bro. Oh, Naeem, I see you with it. All right, her album was called Hardcore. The album cover and the inside joint was like soft porn, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now the women is controlling hip hop. That move us to our next topic. What do you think about this? Is she from Jersey too?
Nah, she's definitely not from Jersey. She from the Bronx.
What about the Goose? He from New York too?
Nah, I think he's from Brooklyn, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know about this story?
I saw the
Let me see
I saw the battle rap Joker when he was doing the. I said, man, like if you're gonna be like I don't know, man, that battle rap, I couldn't be a battle rapper. I ain't gonna say I couldn't be. I'm gonna stop saying what I couldn't be. I wouldn't willingly do battle rap because they just be saying the wildest stuff and they be spitting on you and everything. You just supposed to sit there and take it. And like I guess the dude she's messing with, the other guy that was battling, he basically went in on a whole situation, and she out here married in these streets, man.
Yeah, no. For them that don't know, there's a rumor Papoose who's a rapper. When Remy Ma got locked down, he went and visited her every day, held her down, put money on her books and all of that good stuff. And when she got out, they got married. They got a kid together. And the rumor is Remy Ma tried to start her own record label and got some little young 25-year-old with nothing going on in his life but being a battle rapper, and cheated on Papoose. And Papoose found out, showed up to a show, put hands on this man. This man.
Oh, you got all the tea. I ain't know all that, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, the article talk about it, but then so like last week or something like that, she went with her artist to this battle rap, and the opposing rapper just rapped everything, told the whole situation about how this dude couldn't fight, you with a victim and all of this stuff. And I'm with you, good Deacon. Yeah, my lady standing there on my side piece that or the woman I want to be my lady. You talking this grizzly to me? We finna fight. I'm sorry. It's about to go down, and he was talking real grizzly, like as you said, looked like he almost spit on him and did some other stuff. And it just showed, man, the women. I remember it was a big deal. Remy Ma had a video, and I seen this in one of the memes. And she driving in the car like the dude, and she the dude. Like, bruh, hip hop is being. Think about all of the big artists right now. Hip hop, all we see sensationally, if it ain't skin and sexualism, then it's the women. It's Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red. Now you got Coi Leray. You go to all of these gossip sites in the shade room, they are making a living off of the drama that these women cause or they get involved in.
Yeah, it's a interesting time we live in, man, because you can't say things of what they are without being called whatever that the word they use to say you hate that group of people. But it seemed like anything goes in rap music. Like nobody cares. Like you can say whatever you want lyrically, do almost whatever you want within the quote unquote culture.
Yeah,
nobody calls it out.
Snitch. You know, that was one thing you couldn't be back in the day. Now you got the people who making cases and snitching, and they still famous. You know, it was cool to do weed back then, and that was it. These kids is being encouraged to do everything now, and that's cool.
Yeah, blame rap.
That's Remy. This dude was going in. She just standing there straight faced.
Yeah.
But they the other thing that's sad, where is it? They caught her on a date at Red Lobster. And look at this picture, bro. It's just like, wow, what's really going? Is my computer? Look at here it is. The person said, and she paid the bill. Like they dragged her out here.
So let's get a medicine with that. What advice, book, sermon, or anything that you would have for Papoose or any brother that's in this situation? I would say, you gotta file on divorce papers first. But I wonder. I don't know the dude. I wonder how much he love himself, yo. Because
He probably somewhere. That got to be hard.
yeah,
And if she's made her choice, she's made her choice. Like you telling me, either he's secure enough to know ain't nothing really popping off, and this is her artist. But it said you done lay hands on this man, so and you already accused him of doing what it
but
is.
it's a great question. It's a great question. Maybe why divorce? Because of
I'm with
pride.
you. I mean, it's cheaper to keep her. Like, okay, you done went out here and messed up. All
It's
right,
cheaper to keep.
grace and mercy.
Grace and mercy.
I done seen some stuff go bad, and it ain't about money. Because if you're a hustler, you can easily find somebody to build with or build with yourself. You see the women do it all the time.
Yeah.
It seems like they have a glow up when they get rid of a Negro, don't they?
Yeah.
They go back to the gym. It's like, dang, you should have been dropped that bad.
That inner Lizzo that's body shaming them in private kicks in, yo.
Yeah,
I want to say divorce because of pride. I'm saying like, yo, every relationship had issues, right? So you gotta get through it. But it's the way. To me, it was sloppy. Like if she's really messing with that dude, like yo, that's sloppy. That the world knows about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of sort of like the Will Smith thing. Like, all right, you probably get past cheating, right? If you know y'all work through it, some counseling, whatever. But it's the way it came out. You know what I mean? Like you're not even being smart about it if that's actually going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, and we ain't
Unless
heard
they split up and we don't know, period. Unless they already split up and we just don't know that. That could also be the case too. Like, yo, we've been
they just
separated.
had a child.
They just
That's
had it.
the thing about it. Could you get past cheating? I could. I got ways and remedies that I'll get past it. You know, the trust may not be the same anymore, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could get past anything when going back to the message, when
Yeah.
you know who you are and whose you are. Life ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna have some
Yeah,
struggle.
good. To get past cheating, I'm gonna give y'all one of my homies. He said I be dropping the DB truth. In my head, like they say, the longer you with somebody, say you with somebody for 10 years, it's 365 days in a year. It's 3,600 and what 80 days.
I don't know.
So even like a person is 99% faithful, that's still 1%. Who is 100% 100 all the time? Yo, bro, I don't know if anybody exists like that. I know we don't like to talk about these things because it's uncomfortable. But yo, who 100% of the time not doing anything that you wouldn't be like, yo, this is wild. Even I ain't gonna even say it's cheating. Just give you whatever. Like nobody's gonna be, you know, who you want them to be 100% of the time. That's just impossible, bro. Nobody lives up to those standards.
Joe said, does it matter who she cheated with? Can we pause this for a minute? Let's celebrate that we got 11 viewers right now, brother.
Yeah,
We doing good. All right. We
made it. Yeah, we made it.
We just lost two. I spoke too soon, but I wanted to capture why I was there. Does it matter who she cheated with? I think what the battle rapper did was paint this picture and form the narrative of basically you cheated with a bum. You know, you could cheat up or you could cheat down.
Yo,
this
what's up?
You playing with their minds.
How I'm playing with their mind. I'm just giving them that unadulterated truth, man. You expect that your significant other, whoever they are, to be 100% with the relationship 100% of the time? That's crazy. That's just what about a family member?
Joe, you got a lot of follow-up questions.
Yo, look, Joe, you want to tell us something, man?
Right. Yeah. Look,
yo,
back on hip-hop, the world ain't gonna make it. Back on that.
Yeah.
Look at this craziness. People, what they call it, clout chasing. This Jesse claiming to be a member of the Illuminati, and to get out, he had to sacrifice his son. I'm sure this gonna get him a lot of shares. We talking about it now on this show. But this why what you say about hip-hop is headed dark. Why? Because you got foolishness like that. Like, what you mean, you really sacrificed your son? And this is what he's out there saying.
Yeah, people saying anything for the clout, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah. But that's why hip hop ain't gonna make it, man.
yo, Muhammad said you want to ruin the divorce industry. It's a conspiracy. Hey Joe, just say you asking for a friend, and we could go deeper. So asking for a friend.
Oh, Naeem, I like that point. What you say? You're selling 95% faithfulness, but we starting to sound like Kevin Samuels over here. But that's funny because as men, you could cheat up or down, and it's valid. But if she cheat down, it's bad. I don't know what you mean, Naeem. Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, black men don't cheat. I don't know who. Naeem, I'm gonna start. You an agent, Naeem. I don't know, yo. Kick Naeem out the group, yo. Don't come back. This joker's an agent, yo. Black men don't cheat. What's wrong with you, man? This guy is here for destruction. Yo,
Naeem, we love you, bro. Hopefully, you take it for what it is.
Nah, Naeem cool. He been a long time listening. Naeem one of the few people that always tune in, yo. We gotta get. Yeah. He did was on the show.
I'm gonna address it though, Naeem. Let me put it back up. I think we're not saying this is bad. I'm just and to your point about celebrities, again, me and DeTravius already had this talk. Like, really, it don't matter. That's a distraction. But some people like this stuff. I think it's valid for a man, but in this situation, you cheated down and you may possibly lose a bag because y'all as a couple were like an item. And that's what the rapper basically said. Like, y'all were a symbol of black love. This black man held you down while you was in prison. And for it to come out like this, it just looks bad on you. It looked bad on him. And, you know, people going to be all up in your business because of who you are. And then you still being seen around with this guy. Like, this dude better be Biggie. I ain't heard him rap, but he'd have to be like have some of that Big L magic or Biggie magic to where, you know, this dude is special. Because if your husband is uncomfortable with him being around and that could possibly cost y'all a bag.
Yeah, so it's not. So Naeem, it's the answer your question. You and Joe D, what about a family member? It's what you do, but it's also how you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like cheating is bad. I don't think anybody's gonna say cheating is cool, right? But how you go about cheating and how you go about having your thing on display, especially if you're famous, you got to be aware of that, right? It's just like when I see people going on their old significant booze in public, and then you see them back together again. It's like, yo, you did all that on Facebook for what? Nobody needs to know this information, right? And it's just one of those things where, you know, I don't put a lot of stuff on my page with my private life because like you go with the good bishop sometimes. Like sometimes you just don't know how people is plotting on you sometimes, you know what I mean? And what they're gonna look for and how they're gonna use the information. And you just gotta be careful about not only what you're doing, but how you're doing it. Nobody expect anybody. Me and the bishop always say grace and mercy. So I'm not expecting anybody to be 100% perfect at any given time because I know I'm not 100% perfect. Good, bad. We all mix of good, bad, and ugly. And it's like you just gotta be. Like it's what you do, but it's also how you do what you do too, man.
I'm just a mixture of good and bad. Ain't no ugly.
Ain't no ugly, yeah.
Speak for yourself.
So we got 2 minutes, bro. You want one last topic or what? Because we competing, or you want to go 10 10 minutes?
We competing. No, we good on the topics. What is it we want to leave the folks?
So let's do what we used to do before. What you reading now?
I am I'm reading my sheesh.
Oh, we didn't talk about. Let's get the book. Let's end with the book. The 5-minute how to win friends and influence people. You got the quotes up?
Oh yeah, because Dion had a great quote in that video. We didn't get to it, but she asked him basically how you know when people hating. And this is what made my mom call me and send me the interview. He was like, and you'll recognize it. He was like, I got a spirit of discernment. I know when people hating and when my confidence is making them insecure. That was the words, the topics they were using. He was like, because my aim, I was raised right. I was raised to treat everybody well. Like I want you after you having an encounter with me, I want to find out what that one thing is about you that make you smile. And I want to encourage you in that and make you smile and leave you feeling like $1,000,000. So if you hating on me or you got a problem with me, I know it's not me because I only meant well for you. And he kind of says that it'd be better if you could find the clip. But I thought immediately how to win friends and influence people, because that's where we
and
go.
what's crazy, the 360, how we connected, pause. I don't know if there's a pause or not.
Yeah, that's a pause.
Yeah.
360 connected.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling him I was rereading the book How to Win Friends and Influence the People. Shout out to my man Ali. He was telling me he reads it every year. I was talking to him, we was communicating through text, and I was like, you know what? I haven't read it in a minute. Let me go back to read it. And I was just like, I'm reading it now, and there's just so many things that are in there that I forget to do every day. So it's not all about IQ. Is all about it's about some EQ too. You need good EQ, and you just gotta understand, like, human nature hasn't really changed much since we was first developed. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand that people look at themselves first. Nobody wants to be wrong. Everybody wants to be right. And how to, so like, even like this pause right there, he said any fool can criticize, complain, and condemn, and most fools do, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Grace and mercy. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic. I just said everybody moving off emotion, but with creatures bristling with prejudice and motivated by pride and vanity. You hear these people, they don't want to, it's just a great book, man. I think if you haven't read it, pick it up.
Yeah,
pick it up and good, and just reread it. Now I told Ali, shout out to him, I said, I gotta reread it, and I think it was he took text him, communicating with him. Maybe he's like, all right, I'm picking it up again. I was picking up some gems, so I'm still reading that now. And last but not least, well, go ahead. What you got on it? Because I was gonna give a RIP.
That's good. You hit it. Let's
last but not least, let's give a rest in peace to one of our law school professors, Professor Lawson. He was one of these people that I feel like I didn't know him outside of the law school world, but he seemed like he seemed like he was his authentic self at all times, though.
Oh yes, absolutely. That's where I remember. I feel like I go to his office for office hours. That thing would be so smoky.
Yeah, he was smoking. He was lighting up. This is, mind you, people, you're not supposed to be smoking in public. He was like, he was always showed me love. And I believe that he gave me either the highest grade I ever got at law school or the second highest for contracts. I think I was a point off, quote unquote, Amdrin. And then for those that don't know, when you Amdrin the class, you got the highest grade in the class. I think I was a point off.
Oh, you know who might have took that from you? Who I do think took that from you?
Who?
My wife.
But that was the highest grade. So whatever she got,
contracts was big. I didn't understand that weighting system.
Yo,
if you were big in contracts, you was Gucci.
Yo, contracts, like I had, to be in all honesty, I tuned, like I was coming to, we had the attendance policy, but I was just coming to Professor Lawson class for the jokes. I was really reading that the boat book, as everybody would say, and trying to just get everything together, because I didn't understand what that joker was saying. It was just funny. Yeah, and he used to throw shots. He used to throw shots.
I got my lowest grade in his class, but I loved him. I loved him too, when he's smoking his cigarettes. I got to know Lawson really, really well, and I truly appreciated him in this authenticity, because he was who he was. He'll cuss in a minute. He was the first, not the first, but he was a great person to curse you out without using a curse word. And you may not, if you're not sharp enough, you may not even just say like, "Yo, this joker just cursed us all out," and he'll be smiling at you the whole time, like, "You little idiot, you so
yeah." But R.I.P. Professor Lawson, man, you will be missed. I haven't seen you since I graduated. That's kind of my fault, because I haven't been back to the campus like that. But R.I.P. man, you want to take us out with the prayer, since we
I think I prayed last time. I don't want to take your growth and development away. You suffering from that Bouger day? What is that? That's some
I
kind
don't even know what that means, yo.
of deja vu.
Deja vu. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nobody's gonna get that but us, bro. But that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, I'm gonna take good one, Joe D. I'm gonna take us out in prayer. Lord, thanks for allowing us to get this time together again to give these people this podcast, to give us this podcast, because we are learning in the process as we're doing it, as we stated in the podcast. I pray for the health of everybody listening and everybody that's not listening. And I just want thank the people, the 11 people that showed up to the live, all the people that are gonna watch on the replay. I want to thank you for the good bishop for staying the course and committing to the 100. I ain't gonna say he fully committed to it until we get to the 100, but I'm speaking into existence, as they say, in Jesus' name, amen. That's it, people.
I love you, brother. I
do.
Now, look, my challenge is go start a spreadsheet or something. Let's get the title names and the episode number. You're gonna see we probably at 100 already. Tiny.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna make that one of my things I do. And what you got? What you got, brother? What you got? What you got? What you got going on? What you got to sell? What you got to promote?
I got none but love. What I'm reading, you was asking me. I got the first draft of my trust and the will back, and it is how many pages? The trust is 60 pages.
60 pages?
Yeah, I got a lot going on, and a lot of detail. So I'm responsible for reading through that. Probably gonna do that tomorrow after church and focus on that. So I'm gonna be reading that all week. I ain't had time to get in the jacuzzi. I had got some work done to my foot, so I can't soak in water, and that's usually when I'm listening to the audio book. So I'm gonna rely on you for the books, and I'll share what I can about like the trust, the will, and how brother is trying to get the house in order. The third book, we just laying it up. But you got to do it first. We ain't gonna be like somebody who remains unnamed that was hyping Bitcoin and then didn't get none. Like I'm
through
the process first. Lessons learned. Do it first.
He should have never told us that, because he should have never told us that, man. He should have never told us.
I appreciate the honesty, though. That's still our guy.
That's still our guy, but you should have. I do appreciate. You know what? I do appreciate the honesty, bro. I appreciate it. All right, but all right. Thanks, everybody. Please like, rate, review, as they say, because it's
no prime time.
Yeah, smash the like button, share with your friends. And if you got any questions or suggestions for the next shows coming up, please send them to us. I guess you could go do Messenger, and we'll see what we can do. Until next week, peace.